The door has opened, and the storm waits just beyond an engagement, a simple press release, a long-awaited moment of unity for the royal family amid a time of turmoil. But for Queen Camilla, a woman who has weathered many storms, one truth remains clear: nothing is ever accidental, least of all joy when the throne itself trembles. And this time from subtle signals that surfaced in the days leading up to Lady Marina Windsor's wedding preparations, Camilla quickly sensed what seemed a family celebration was now being drawn into a much larger game. Only when the official engagement photo began to circulate with one small detail that only insiders would recognize did Camilla's instincts sharpen. She saw a covert signal: another force was quietly reclaiming control over the royal narrative. And this time Camilla understood the face behind it was no stranger. What should have been a moment to strengthen the royal family's standing had now become the opening move in a battle she can no longer avoid. A year ago, in the icy chill of a Zurich winter night, the opulent Boer au Lac Hotel hosted a clandestine meeting that would haunt the British crown. Beneath the glow of crystal chandeliers, Queen Camilla 72 sat at the head of a polished mahogany table, her piercing gaze scanning every face in the room. She was there for the Windsor Cultural Fund, stepping in for her ailing husband, King Charles. Her regal poise masked a gnawing unease as she watched her brother-in-law, Prince Edward, laugh too warmly with a clique of Swiss financiers. Their smiles were polished, but their eyes darted away, hiding secrets she couldn't yet name. As the meeting adjourned, Camilla gathered her papers with deliberate slowness, her instincts on high alert. A man approached, mid-50s, clad in a sharp gray suit, his voice smooth as silk but laced with menace. "Your Majesty," he said, bowing, "just enough the Hermetic Order offers partnership. Europe is shifting, a touch of financial flexibility, and will shield the House of Windsor from the coming storm." Camilla's lips curled into a frosty smile, her eyes hard as steel. "I know a cruel world," she replied, "but if the Windsors must rely on faceless men to survive, our name is worth nothing." She turned, her heels clicking sharply on the marble floor, leaving the man staring after her, his smile fading into a dark, calculating glare. Now in the dim light of her private study at Clarence House, London, Camilla sits alone, the Zurich memory a relentless shadow. The past year has brought chilling proof of danger. Morgan Ashford, her trusted advisor, collapsed dead from a stroke mid-meeting at Buckingham Palace. Days later, Radcliffe Thornton, the Windsor Fund's financial lawyer, perished in a car crash returning from Zurich. Not accidents. Camilla whispers, her fingers tightening around Morgan's framed photo, her voice trembling with conviction. Her phone buzzes softly. A text from Marina Windsor, granddaughter of Prince George, and the young woman Camilla cherishes like a daughter. "Aunt Camilla, I have news. I'm engaged to Nico Macaulay. He gave me a black onyx ring so unique. Wanted you to be the first to know." Camilla freezes, her heart pounding. Black onyx. Years ago in a classified MI6 briefing, she saw that ring, a symbol of the Hermetic Order, a shadowy cabal manipulating Europe's charities for illicit gain. "This can't be coincidence," she murmurs, dread surging through her. Another memory flickers. Last week at a charity event, Princess Kate Middleton, 43, approached her with that flawless smile and a chilling edge in her eyes. "The monarchy needs those who uphold its honor." "Your Majesty," Kate said, her words soft but sharp as a blade. Camilla shakes her head, but suspicion about Kate takes root. She dials Alan Ross, former MI6 director. "Alan, dig into Nico Macaulay and that black onyx ring. Focus on the Gateway Windsor Trust. I need answers now." Camilla stares out the window, her gaze steely yet anxious. The Hermetic Order is back, and Marina, the girl she loves, is walking into a maelstrom. And perhaps a traitor within the royal family is weaving a web of their own. 10 years ago, under the golden sun of Highgrove's Gardens, Camilla and a 17-year-old Marina Windsor sat on a wooden bench sketching wildflowers. Marina, with her tousled brown hair and vibrant green eyes, burst into laughter as Camilla teased that her drawings resembled a storm of colors. Those rare, unguarded moments were where Camilla found solace, connecting with a girl who saw her not as a queen, but as a friend. Marina, granddaughter of Prince George Windsor, hails from a lesser branch of the royal family. Despite her noble blood, she's a rebel at heart, despising the stifling rituals of court life. After Princess Diana's death, Camilla, burdened by years of public scorn, sought to bridge the gap with the younger royals. In Marina, she found a free spirit, an artist yearning to live authentically. You don't need to flee your heritage, Camilla once said, resting a hand on Marina's shoulder during a quiet afternoon. But freedom must be defended with strength. Those words seared into Marina's soul. Her father George, a staunch traditionalist, demanded she marry a titled noble to bolster their family's standing. Marina's defiance sparked a fierce row, leading her to sever ties with her father and grandfather, fleeing the royal orbit to pursue art in London. Only Camilla remained her anchor through handwritten letters and discreet phone calls. "You're the only one who doesn't force me to be someone else," Marina wrote in a letter, her scrawled words brimming with emotion. Camilla keeps those letters in a small wooden box, treasures of a bond more precious than her crown. Now in her East London studio, Marina 27 stands before an unfinished canvas, the black onyx ring on her finger glinting under the lamplight. She smiles, thinking of Nico Macaulay, the man who loves her for who she is. But a flicker of doubt crosses her mind. This morning, Camilla called, her voice laced with worry, probing about Nico and the ring. Marina recalls a recent encounter with Princess Kate at an art exhibition, where Kate's warm smile masked a probing stare. "Are you sure about this man?" Marina Kate asked. "The royal family doesn't forgive mistakes." The words unsettled her, but Marina brushed them off, assuming Kate's concern was benign. At Clarence's house, Camilla rereads Marina's text, her thoughts on the young woman, her fire, her defiance, her innocence. "You don't know what you're facing," she whispers, eyes heavy with worry. The Hermetic Order has targeted Marina, and Camilla will do anything to shield her. Yet she can't shake the feeling that Kate, with her influence and polished perfection, is playing a dangerous game behind the scenes. A year ago, at a lavish charity gala in London's Victoria and Albert Museum, golden light bathed the Grand Hall. Abstract paintings adorned the walls, and art patrons mingled with finance moguls amid laughter and clinking glasses. Marina, in a jade silk gown, stood near a Rothko painting, her gaze lost in its swirling colors. She loathed these events, but attended to support an art fund she believed in. Nico Macaulay, 34, emerged like a breath of fresh air. Tall, with disheveled black hair and warm brown eyes, he wore a navy suit with effortless confidence. Born in London, educated in the U.S., Nico was a rising star in real estate and finance, turning impossible deals into triumphs. He noticed Marina not for her Windsor name, but for her genuine laugh cutting through the crowd's forced pleasantries. "Does this painting speak to you?" Nico asked, standing beside her, wine glass in hand. Marina turned, caught off guard, but drawn to his sincerity. "It feels free," she replied, smiling. "Like I could vanish into the colors and leave everything behind." Their conversation stretched late into the night, from art to dreams unspoken. Nico never mentioned her royal ties or tabloid headlines. "You're the first to see me as Marina," she told him that evening, her eyes sparkling under the streetlights as they left the gala. Their love blossomed swiftly afternoon, strolls through galleries, late-night talks of a life unbound by duty. Marina kept their romance secret, confiding only in Camilla through letters. "He makes me feel alive," she wrote. Camilla responded, "Ensure he's worthy, Marina. Love is precious but easily exploited." But Nico harbored a secret. Years earlier, when his company teetered on collapse, he accepted a loan from an obscure financial fund. The broker assured him there were no strings, and Nico, desperate, signed without scrutiny. He didn't know the fund was a front for the Hermetic Order, and the loan was a trap. When he proposed to Marina, Nico received a package from his lenders. Inside was the black onyx ring with a note: "Place it on her finger. This is your token of loyalty." He missed a faint detail. The envelope bore a stylized W seal, hinting at a Welsh connection, as if someone within the royal circle had orchestrated this move. Nico thought it a peculiar gift, unaware the ring declared Marina and the monarchy targets of a grander conspiracy. In a stark MI6 safe house in East London, a single desk lamp casts harsh light on Alan Ross's weathered face. The room is a cold, concrete box furnished only with a steel table and iron chairs. Queen Camilla sits across from him, her regal bearing unbroken, despite the worry in her eyes. In a gray wool coat, her silver hair neatly pinned, she grips the table's edge, her only sign of strain. Ross, 60, with white hair and eyes sharp as knives, opens a thick dossier. "The Gateway Windsor Trust is a hermetic front," he says, sliding a page toward Camilla. We trace transactions from Zurich to Cayman accounts. Their goal used Marina's wedding as a global stage. Camilla frowns, scanning the numbers and charts. What do they want from Marina? She asks, her voice icy despite the turmoil within. Ross leans forward. They'll force her to publicly endorse Gateway at the engagement gala. Her words as a royal will legitimize the trust, paving the way for Hermetic to launder billions through Windsor charities. Camilla's hands clench, nails digging into her palms. They don't need our seal, she says, voice razor sharp. They want her voice. Exactly, Ross nods. Once Marina speaks, it's irrevocable. The world will see royal approval, giving Hermetic a shield for their schemes. He pauses, voice lowering. One odd detail: we found a silver hairpin in Radcliffe Thornton's office after his crash, engraved with a delicate W. It wasn't his nor anyone on his team's. The W suggests the House of Wales, and I know Princess Kate favors such trinkets at charity events. Camilla stiffens, her eyes darkening. Kate. She's the epitome of perfection, not a conspirator. Ross shrugs. Or she's a better chess player than we think. I'm digging deeper, but someone left that clue deliberately. Camilla sits silent, her mind on Marina, the 27-year-old with unyielding spirit. The thought of her ensnared in this plot pierces Camilla's heart. She lifts her gaze, eyes blazing. We'll stop this, she declares, unwavering. At any cost. Ross nods, his expression grim. Hermetic isn't small time. They have wealth, power, and no qualms about killing. I've deployed teams, but we need more time. Time is what we don't have, Camilla retorts, rising. Marina doesn't know she's a target. I won't let her be their pawn. She leaves, her steps resolute but her heart a storm. Hermetic has spun its web with Marina at its center. And if Kate is involved, Camilla faces a foe within the palace walls. A dreary morning at Clarence House, rain pattering against the windows. Camilla rereads Marina's handwritten letter. Aunt Camilla, I'm happier than ever. Nico is my choice, and I hope you'll meet him. A fleeting smile crosses her lips, vanishing as a guard enters with a black envelope, her name scrawled in white ink. Camilla opens it, fingers trembling. Inside, a single note in her fear, and the world will mourn a tragedy. She crushes the paper, fear and fury surging. Morgan Ashford and Radcliffe Thornton's deaths were no flukes. Hermetic's message is clear: no one is safe. Camilla calls Alan Ross. 2 hours later, they meet in a covert basement near the Thames. Ross, visibly tense, places a listening device on the table. We've tapped Hermetic's comms, he says. They've planted 2 assassins in the gala's backstage crew, posing as lighting and sound techs. They're weapons experts trained to kill. Camilla's blood runs cold. Their mission, she asks, voice sharp. Ross meets her gaze. Ensure Marina endorses Gateway. If she refuses or you intervene, they'll eliminate her. Swift, clean, no trace. Camilla rises abruptly, pacing to a fogged window. She pictures Marina, her laughter, her defiance, her innocence, blind to the danger. I won't let them silence her, she says, turning back, eyes ablaze. Marina is the heart of what this family could be, a symbol of freedom and truth. They won't touch her. Ross nods, his tone grave. We're up against a global network. I've set up a rapid response team, but we need a precise plan. Marina must cooperate without panicking. Camilla agrees, her resolve unshaken. I'll talk to Marina my way. She's stronger than they know. She pauses, voice dropping. And Alan, check every link to Kensington. If Kate's involved, we need to know. She exits the safe house, her mind reeling with the onyx ring's image. The threat is a blade at her throat, but Camilla doesn't flinch. She's weathered public storms and palace plots. To save Marina, she'll face any darkness, even from within the royal fold. In a dimly lit Zurich office atop a glass tower, Nico Macaulay stands before the envoy, a man known only by his chilling alias. The room is stark, with only a blackwood desk and leather chairs. The envoy, 50, with salt and pepper hair and icy eyes, wears a flawless black suit, his voice a low cutting edge. Marina must endorse Gateway at the gala, he says, sliding a photo of Marina across the desk. If not, she pays the price. You know what we're capable of, Macaulay. Nico's world crumbles. He stares at the photo, Marina radiant at an art show, her eyes alight with freedom. He loves her, her courage, her honesty, the way she makes him aspire to be better. But now he sees the cost of his past mistake. When his company neared ruin, he took a loan from an unknown fund, unaware it was Hermetics. The onyx ring he gave Marina wasn't a gift, it was a snare. As he leaves the office, his phone buzzes. An anonymous text, Marina's in danger. Tell the truth or she pays. Untraceable, it ends with a stylized W evoking Kensington Palace. Nico doesn't know the sender, but the message breaks him. I won't let her die for me, he vows, heart aching. He steps into Zurich's rain-soaked streets, Marina's image a tormenting loop in his mind. Back in London, Nico contacts Alan Ross via a secure line, risking everything. I need to see the Queen, he says, voice shaking but firm. I'll tell you everything. Midnight at Clarence House, Nico is ushered into a small room, the chandelier's faint glow illuminating his pale face. Camilla rises, her gaze piercing. Betray me, she warns, voice like ice, and I'll destroy you. Nico drops to one knee, driven by desperation. I don't care about myself, he says, eyes brimming but locked on hers. I just want Marina safe. He confesses the loan, the ring, the invoice, threat. I didn't know they were hermetic, he says, voice breaking. I thought the ring was a gift. I was wrong. I put her in danger. Camilla studies him, her expression softening, yet resolute. She sees his sincerity, but also his unforgivable error. Then do what's right, she says, and face the consequences. Nico nods. As long as Marina lives, I'll do anything. Camilla turns to the window, London's darkness enveloping her. Nico is an unexpected piece potentially key to thwarting Hermetic, but she wonders who sent that text, Kate or another palace shadow. In a secluded room at Clarence House, a chandelier's dim light bathes Queen Camilla's stern face. She sits at the head of a table facing Alan Ross and Jonathan Harcourt, the Windsor Fund's art director. The air crackles with tension. Marina's engagement gala is just 48 hours away, and Hermetic is poised to strike. Camilla, in a deep teal wool coat, her eyes razor-sharp commands with a general's precision. No room for error, she says, voice low and authoritative. Hermetic wants Marina's voice to legitimize Gateway. We'll turn the gala into our counterattack. She turns to Harcourt, his silver hair gleaming, his loyalty to the crown unwavering. Jonathan, you'll take the stage before Marina, declaring Gateway has no ties to the Windsor Fund. Your words must be crystal clear. Harcourt nods, eyes resolute. Understood, Your Majesty. Gateway's royal facade will crumble on stage. Camilla shifts to Ross. Alan Nico gave us intel on Hermetic's assassins. Neutralize them before they act. Marina must not be harmed. Ross, white-haired and pensive, places a signal tracker on the table. We've ID'd them, 2 killers posing as lighting and sound techs with access to the Opera House's security. My task force will apprehend them before showtime. Nico provided Hermetic's internal comms code. We'll use it to misdirect if needed. Camilla nods, her gaze heavy. I'll brief Marina via a secure line. She needs the truth without panic. She must deliver a defiant statement and exit safely. Ross frowns. Can Lady Marina handle the pressure? She's untrained for this. Camilla's lips curve faintly, a smile of faith. Marina's tougher than you think, Alan. She's the fire of the Windsors. As Ross and Harcourt depart, a guard announces Princess Kate requests an audience, Your Majesty. Kate enters in an elegant green dress, her smile warm, but her eyes probing. I've heard of the Gateway trouble, she says softly. I could sway public opinion if needed. Camilla forces a smile, sensing a formidable rival. Thank you, Kate, she replies, suspicion surging. Why Kate's interest in Marina and Gateway aid, or a trap? That night, via a secure line, Camilla calls Marina. In her studio, Marina, ring glinting, hears Camilla's gentle but firm voice. Marina, you're targeted by dangerous forces. They want to use you to control the monarchy. At the gala, they'll demand you endorse Gateway. Stay calm. Say what must be said, then walk away safely. Marina pauses, breath trembling, thinking of Nico, the ring, her dreams of freedom. Aunt Camilla, she says, voice steady. You taught me to stand tall. I won't let them steal my voice. Camilla closes her eyes, relief mingling with fear. I believe in you, Marina. Be strong. The plan is set, but Camilla knows a single misstep could doom them all. Hermetic doesn't forgive, and Kate may be a greater threat than she imagined. The Royal Opera House in London dazzles like a jewel under golden lights. Its grand hall, a stage for Marina Windsor's engagement gala. Tycoons and titled elites glide through the crowd, velvet gowns and bespoke tuxedos, shimmering the air alive with champagne toasts, soaring violins, and hushed conspiracies. Yet beneath this splendor, a deadly game unfolds, threatening to topple the British crown. In a hidden security control room above the auditorium, Queen Camilla stands rigid beside Alan Ross, her silver gown faintly aglow under monitor light. Her face is a fortress, but her fingers clutch the console knuckles' white eyes, racing across screens, capturing every angle, stage exits, backstage. Marina's safety is a weight crushing her chest. In the VIP balcony across the hall, Princess Kate Middleton, 43, radiates in a crimson gown, her perfect smile a chilling mask. Her eyes lock on the stage, tracking each move with a hunter's precision, as if she's the puppet master of this high-stakes drama. Camilla spots Kate's silhouette on a screen, her heart sinking. That smile too flawless, too knowing fans her suspicions. Why is Kate so fixated on Marina's moment on stage? The Gateway Trust's chairman, a middle-aged man with a greasy smile and slick-back hair, steps to the podium. His voice booms, dripping with crocodile tears, as he praises the Trust's noble mission in art and charity. Tonight he announces, pausing for drama, we're honored by Lady Marina Windsor's support. Polite applause ripples through, but whispers spread like wildfire. Camilla clenches her jaw, knowing this is Hermetic's orchestrated play. The MC, sleek in a black tuxedo, beams and introduces Marina. But Jonathan Harcourt, the Windsor Fund's art director, strides forward, his silver hair catching the spotlight, his gaze sharp as a blade. Ladies and gentlemen, Harcourt declares, his voice slicing through the chatter. Let me clarify, the Gateway Trust has no connection to the Windsor Fund or any royal charities. The hall erupts, gasps, murmurs, swelling into chaos. Reporters scribble, cameras flash. The chairman's face freezes, his smile collapsing into panic. In the balcony, Kate leans forward, her smile curling, savoring the uproar. Her sapphire-ringed fingers tap the armrest rhythmically, a predator awaiting her moment. Camilla narrows her eyes at the screen. That's not a shock. It's triumph. Marina Windsor ascends the stage, radiant in a white silk gown, her chestnut hair flowing. Her calm exterior hides a racing pulse and dry throat, but Camilla's words anchor her. Say what must be said, then walk away. She grips the microphone, its cold metal, steadying her, and her voice rings out bold and unyielding. I speak as Marina, not Windsor. I won't endorse a trust I don't understand. I refuse to speak for Gateway. The auditorium explodes, gasps, scattered claps, a torrent of whispers. Kate's smile widens, her eyes gleaming with dangerous glee, as if Marina's defiance was her predicted move. She glances toward the control room, her gaze cutting through glass, a silent challenge to Camilla. Perfect, she murmurs, barely audible. Then darkness swallows the hall. Lights die. A piercing scream splits the air. Speakers crackle, faltering like a failing heartbeat. When emergency lights flicker on after 8 seconds of pandemonium, Marina's gone. Camilla grips the console nails, drawing blood from her palms. No failure, Ross, she says, voice trembling but razor-edged. Bring her back. Ross, earpiece tight, barks into his comms. Alpha team sweep backstage. Bravo SEAL exits. His eyes betray rare panic. Hermetic's assassins have vanished there, or someone else's plan in motion. Camilla scans the screens, catching Kate rising from her seat, gliding out with eerie calm as if unsurprised. She knows Camilla whispers suspicion, now certainty. Kate isn't just watching, she's pulling the strings. In a rundown hotel near the Opera House, Nico Macaulay collapses into a chair, his phone buzzing with a chilling message she's taken. Your role is done. The screen's glow lights his ashen face, eyes red-rimmed, hands shaking. Pain and panic engulf him, his heart squeezed tight. Memories of Marina, her laughter echoing in galleries, her eyes sparkling as she painted loop in his mind like a relentless nightmare. No, he mutters, tears streaming down his cheeks. Not because of me. He dials Alan Ross, voice shattered. Find her, Ross, he pleads, nearly screaming. I'll do anything. In the Opera House control room, Ross, hair disheveled, eyes strained, analyzes data from Nico's hermetic comms code. A GPS signal blinks on his screen, his pulse racing as a red dot speeds through East London. Stay calm, Macaulay, he says, voice firm but anxious. We've got a signal. A van left the theater 5 minutes ago heading to the docks. I'm on it. Ross assembles his task force, 10 operatives in black tactical gear, night vision goggles, glinting silenced weapons tucked under coats. The air in their makeshift briefing room hums with urgency, sweat, and metal mingling. Ross points to a digital map voice, a military command. Target abandoned warehouse at the docks. Hit hard, hit fast. No one dies tonight. At the warehouse, a rusted steel tomb shrouded in darkness. Marina Windsor is bound to a metal chair, wrists and ankles bleeding from tight ropes. A biometric sensor on her chest flashes, red-wired to a ceiling-mounted gas emitter. A faint hiss fills the air, toxic fumes spreading their acrid sting, burning her nose and eyes. She coughs, violently trembling, but defiant, her eyes blazing. I won't let them win, she vows, struggling against the ropes, blood dripping onto the cold concrete floor. A sudden crash, shattered glass echoes as tactical flashlights pierce the gloom. Ross's team storms in silence, guns flashing like lightning. Nico, defying orders, slips behind, heart pounding, breath ragged. Two hermetic assassins clad in black return fire, a bullet grazing an operative's shoulder, blood splattering the wall. But the task force, elite trained, neutralizes them, one shot down the other, cuffed in seconds. Ross charges to Marina, eyes fierce with resolve. Marina, hold on, he shouts, slashing the ropes with a knife, each cut with a sharp snap. Marina, weakened by the gas, clings to his arm, gasping for air. The toxic cloud thickens, vision blurring like a deathly fog. Nico, drawing on college tech skills, lunges for the sensor, hands trembling as he pries open its panel. Sweat streams down his face, curses escaping as tangled wires appear. Come on, Nico, he mutters, snipping the right wire at the last second. The sensor's light dies, a soft click halting the gas. Ross drags Marina out, London's frigid air flooding their lungs. She grips him, legs shaking, voice faint but fervent. I knew you'd come. Ross steadies her, a rare softness in his eyes. You're a fighter, Lady Marina, he says, guiding her to an ambulance, its red and blue lights pulsing in the dawn mist. At Kensington Palace, Kate sits in her private office, the computer screens glow, illuminating her face. A message arrives, Marina safe. Gateway collapsed. Kate's smile is cold, her fingers tracing a silver hairpin etched with a W on her desk. Camilla survived, she whispers, voice like ice. But not for long. Marina's rescue paints Camilla as a hero, but exposes her fragility to the world. Every move Kate makes is a calculated strike, and this game is far from over. Dawn breaks, casting pale light over a safe house outside London. Nico Macaulay stands before Camilla, his face gaunt, eyes heavy with guilt. He knows Hermetic will hunt him for his betrayal. Camilla, in a gray sweater, regards him with a mix of pity and steel. Ross will get you out of the country, she says, voice low. New identity, new start. After that, you're on your own. Nico bows his head, voice hoarse. I don't expect forgiveness, Your Majesty. But I did what was right. Camilla nods. You saved Marina. That's what I'll remember. Nico boards an armored van, the door slamming shut, vanishing into the morning fog, carrying the weight of irreparable mistakes. At Clarence's house, Camilla and Marina sit in a cozy room, firelight dancing. Marina, bruised from her ordeal, holds Camilla's hand, eyes shining with gratitude. Ross enters his report, grim gateways dismantled. Hermetic's financial network is exposed, a major blow. But they won't forget this. Camilla embraces Marina, her voice soft yet firm. You held your honor. Freedom isn't flight, it's standing your ground. Marina nods, resolute. You taught me to stand tall, Aunt. When the time comes, I'll know when to strike. A guard steps in, handing Camilla a note from Kensington Palace. Princess Kate sends congratulations to Marina, he says, and requests a private meeting with Your Majesty about the Windsor Fund. Camilla crumples the note, her eyes darkening. Kate's playing a perilous game, and she must stay vigilant. We won a battle, she tells Ross, voice low. But our enemies aren't just outside. Marina looks at her, concerned. Aunt, is something wrong? Camilla smiles, masking her unease. No, dear. Just, I don't trust smiles that are too perfect. Late at night in Kensington Palace, Princess Kate Middleton stands by a window gazing into the shadowed gardens. The desk lamp's glow highlights her refined features, Her perfect smile captivating yet cold. On her desk lies a dossier labeled Windsor Protocols, detailing Camilla's questionable financial dealings. Kate lifts her phone, voice low and sharp. Camilla passed this test, she says. But she won't last. Keep eyes on Hermetic. She turns back to the window, eyes burning with ambition. The monarchy needs a clean future, she whispers. And I'll make it happen.